Hey everyone, today you get a special, hopefully special, solo version of the Simply Business podcast. Kind of a midsummer break here. It's a holiday week, and here in Kentucky, it's hotter than blazes. Man, it's like 90 plus degrees. It's just crazy hot. Everybody's exhausted, and so I thought I would just take a week from normal interviews and just share some thoughts about uh, rest and summer vacation. We just got back from an incredible vacation. Don't get to do real vacations very often. It's been actually a few years since we do a lot of trips, going with the kids places or go sightseeing somewhere. But we went, to a resort, an all-inclusive resort where basically we just unplugged, no work, no phone calls, just a week of complete disconnect. My wife and I together. It's something we don't get to do very often, but it was just incredible. And so it just reminded me about how important it is to take time to rest. And I sometimes talk about the ROI of rest, or the ROR, maybe we could call that the ROR, which is the ROI of rest. Um, it just being able to take time to disconnect, to get away, um, is just so refreshing for the soul. It's refreshing for the mind. You know, um, Too many of us, and I used to be this way, um, used to think of rest as a perk, um, a luxury kind of thing that you have to earn, and you can't really do it until you've gotten there. And the problem is you never get there because you're constantly worried. You get to a certain point and you can't even enjoy it. I had a client once that was this way, and we were working together, and he was a young guy who was, just midlife crisis kind of thing. He was stressed and he was struggling, and he could not take time to enjoy. And he was wired so heavy, and he was working with me, he was working with a life coach, he was working with a counselor, he was doing everything he could other than just taking time to rest. And unfortunately, that man met a far too early death because his heart gave out on him. That's just I after that happened, I pledged never to let a moment go by where I don't encourage people to take time to rest and reflect. Burnout is not a badge of honor. Um, Work life balance isn't reality. There's no such thing as a 50-50 balance, but it's also not some soft concept. It's really a critical component to success. So this month, my social media posts are all going to be about this idea of the ROR, the return on investment of rest. Um, some of my best decisions, some of my best ideas, some of my best creative moments did not happen in a meeting. Actually, most of them did not happen in a meeting. They happen, in a quiet morning, having a cup of coffee, a walk on the beach, a walk around the neighborhood, um, sitting by the pool. I had a great idea actually last week on vacation, just sitting by the pool. It was like this idea popped in my head out of nowhere. And I'm like, I've got to act on that. Not now because I'm on vacation, but I made sure to make a mental note of it and come back to it. Science backs this up that under stress, the primitive part of our brain takes over, um, and the creative, strategic thinking side of the brain shuts down. Rest isn't, it's not wasted time. It's where, clarity and creativity and courage and so many great things happen when we take time to rest. Um, one of my upcoming posts is going to talk about you don't need to earn rest, you need to protect it. That's a mindset shift there to think that way. Or another quote I came up with is, if your business can't run without you, it's not a business, it's a bottleneck. Or actually, you're the bottleneck. So let's that hits home. I know it hit home with me. Because I remember periods of time where I could not take a vacation. I remember back when I was in corporate life, I was on vacation in Hawaii, and we had gone on the road to Hana, famous place to go, beautiful day, and we were told, there's no cell coverage out there, so just leave your phone in the hotel and just go out and enjoy nature, enjoy the beauty of the earth. And we did. We had a great day. We rented a convertible and had our kid, it was our whole family, and we're out there. I get back to the hotel, and my phone had like a dozen messages from my boss who just wanted to talk to me about something and wasn't going to wait until I got back 5 days later. Um, that is not a healthy way to work, not a healthy way to live. Um, I had trained my team, delegated the work. There was really no reason, but that boss was a high stress leader, and he, instead of just letting things go, letting a vacation happen, he had to turn it into a very stressful moment. So, um, I encourage my clients to take a vacation, even if they can't afford something really fancy. Just take some time off, take some time away. It's actually a great way to test your systems. It's a great way to test your team. I'm not saying just throw them to the wolves and walk away, but I'm saying put the processes in place, put the delegate the components, let them practice, and then actually just take time away and turn the systems off, turn your phone off, and see how it happens. See what happens with it. So I hope you're going to enjoy the post we have. I hope you are staying cool this summer the best you can, and tune into my podcast next week. I've got Landon Wade. Landon's a friend of mine. He's the founder of Goods and Clothing, and he talks about bringing order to chaos in his field. Um, it's really about, this summer I'm kind of focusing on this idea of bringing order to chaos in our lives as a business owner. So check out that episode, check out the others we have coming, check out the social media posts I have, especially on LinkedIn, but also some other platforms, and find a way, even if it's just for a long weekend, or whatever time you can figure it out. Figure out a way to unplug, uh, and figure out what it takes to have a business that can operate without you. So I hope you enjoy that. Hope you enjoy this summer. And if figuring out how to find that magic little formula in your life is important, I'd love to hear from you. That's the type of stuff I really find joy in bringing to my clients. And I'd love to help you get there as well. So thanks. Have a great summer. Look forward to seeing you sometime, and appreciate you tuning in.